So, 2020 is almost over, and it has been quite the year, don't you think? As tough as it has been for all of us, I was still able to leave my 9-to-5 behind. And this video is all about why I think buy and hold real estate investing is the very best way to do just that. If you're tired of trading your time for money, stick around. I'm going to tell you what options I considered and how I landed on the perfect solution. Let's get into it. Hi y'all, my name is Lori Libers. I was an extremely bored accountant in my past life. I traded time and knowledge for money, and it sucked for me. I hated that I didn't have more freedom over how I spent my days. I made a change and started to invest in real estate with purpose. My purpose was to create the cash flow I needed to stop trading my time for money. I knew for damn sure I was done working for somebody else. The traditional job setup was just not working for me anymore. I started considering my options because I was so much more than over my bean counting job. Please do hit that like button below if you can relate to being absolutely over the 9-to-5 life, and I'll tell you all about the options I considered. First, I thought about day trading. I could invest in the stock market, but the stock market doesn't provide the consistent results I want in the short term that I need to live on day to day unless I'm sitting in front of a computer all day while the market is open. The long-term results, of course, are not guaranteed, as nothing really is, but even the long-term results didn't feel like enough for me after I considered all the taxes and risk and time I was going to have to spend in front of a computer. That was not a good option for me for my day-to-day income. If I was going to do this, I might as well have just stayed at my job. A lot of people suggested I invest in cryptocurrencies because, as you know, that is hot again. And I did it for a little bit. I made some cash, but the crypto market is not consistent enough to base my living income on either. Like any other market, it goes up and it goes down and it moves quickly. So as a long-term solution to creating consistent monthly cash flow, it wasn't going to work for me. Again, this is another option that would require me to spend a lot of time at a computer every day. Pass. I'm not interested in doing that anymore. Now, I had some previous real estate experience from when I owned a home staging company. I always have loved houses, and I absolutely loved my staging business, but I didn't want to go back to it because running a staging business requires trading time for money, and I was no longer interested in anything like that. I thought about doing some flips, but ruled them out too. The price of housing has risen so high in the last several years that it's difficult to make the kind of money you need to live on consistently. Like anything else, flips are profitable when you can buy low, sell high, and do it quickly. Time is not your friend in a flip situation, and I don't want the stress of time ticking away, costing me money day after day until the property sells. So I decided no flips for me. So this is when I came to the determination that buy and hold single family rentals, anything 4 doors or less, were the way to go for me. Here's why. The financial tools I needed to get into them were easily available to me. So somebody else's money to make it happen is not a problem. And what I'm talking about here is hard money. The hard money option made the investment possible for me. I live and want to invest in an area that has a strong rental market. There are lots of properties available to investors, and this means I can create immediate forced appreciation and also get long-term appreciation on each and every property. These are usually pretty good amounts of money, and I like that for sure. There is a huge demand for rental properties in my area, and this has kept rents at a good rate, and there are lots of great renters to choose from for each and every property. And this creates the monthly cash flow I need to live on. Now, there are also huge tax benefits to owning rental property and effective ways to access the money you make in them without having to pay any taxes on that money at all. This is a game changer for keeping more of the money you create and earn. Owning buy and hold rental property allows me to work with great families, but it doesn't require that much work from me at all. Once the property is rehabbed and rented, it's pretty much passive income. It's almost completely passive. And the work I do need to do for a property is handled in a text or phone call. So I can do this work from anywhere. That allows me the freedom in how and where I spend my days, and that's what I was looking for. And I can't wait to show you more about that. All of this added up to rental property being the perfect investment choice for me. Even though I've made the common rookie investor mistakes. I'll leave a link to that video here so you can see me confess all my rookie investor mistakes. everything turned out just fine. Because as a buy and hold investor, time is on my side. I often hear people say that owning rental properties is a terrible idea, and I'm always curious as to why. I believe that in almost every single instance of terrible, there were things that could have and should have been done differently to mitigate the problems that can come up, especially if you don't handle your stuff very well. I would love to hear what you think. Have you considered owning rental property? If so, what is holding you back if you haven't jumped in yet? For me, it's what I thought would be a very limited access to money, but I was wrong. Have you considered rental property and decided it isn't right for you? I'd love to hear why you wouldn't be interested. Let's chat down in the comments. If real estate is your thing, or even if you're simply considering it, please do consider subscribing to the channel. I am totally real about all the success, and more importantly, all the mistakes I've made in this investing adventure. I have so much more to share and hope you come along with me to see how it all turns out. Let's hang out for a few more minutes. I'm waiting for you here in the video you see on your screen. Until I see you over there. Bye, y'all.